Stream is live. Squeebletron. Right, so where were we? Who are we? Huawei. Yes, we're trying to plot the downfall of the Holy Roman Empire, really.
And an imminent crusade, as I recall.
Oh, yes, yes, and an imminent invader. I probably shouldn't go to war with anyone just yet. So the adventure turns up on the 1st of July, and then the crusade starts on the 13th of June. So let's hold a summer fair while we're waiting for peasants to cheer up. It looked like we've converted someone. Right, let's send you off to proselytise somewhere. Let's just have a look and see. Right, well, not all of my vassals like me at the moment, and they're all fighting each other, so I can't institute primogeniture while I wait. Let's have the monkey at the fair event. Ooh, my domain size has gone up by 1 point. I wonder why. Crusade time, everybody. Okay, let's zoom in. I'm just going to unban myself from leading armies temporarily on the grounds that I know how this works.
Everyone gets to become a crusader.
Everyone gets to become a crusader. Right, in you go. We go, let's anyway, let's go. So you've you've decided to go for a war of conquest. So you're going after... I'm extremely confused. So, right, where are you? Okay, you're over there somewhere. Fine, I'm just going to wait and see where you guys turn up. I can't even work out. Seems to be somewhere around here, but the county names just don't even match up. So, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Come on, everyone, walk faster. Probably means you're going to go to hell if, you know, like, you think, oh, when the crusade's over, I'll just, you know, send my armies to invade the Holy Roman Empire.
Well, to be fair, you know that the Pope is on your side.
It's true. This is certainly true. Okay, so Theodotus is not bad is well, I improved my martial ability, so I'm now no longer a total. I'm actually now a reasonable person to lead armies again now that I've improved my martial ability, because being a crusader gets you 2 martial points, of course. So anyway, so about this thing then. What are you besieging? You're besieging a 7.5 fort. So are you. We're now all the way up to 1% war score. Ooh. English Holy War for Basra has been won. Well, the Doge of Kashmir. My truce will expire shortly. Let's assault that holding. Let's take us all the way up to a stunning 9% war score. So let's put some people in here. Oh no, desert. We actually have a desert leader there. Don't worry. Right, I'm going to stick Lutbert in charge of there, so that when that lot come attacking, I will not be far behind. I just want to finish this siege first. So, off you go over there with Lutbert the Speedy. Right. You're quite large. Let's send you lot over there. Oh, after 100 years under the Empire of England, the Exarchate of Aragon is no longer considered de jure a part of Hispania. Come on, walk faster. Maybe faster than that. Oh, go on, let's patronise the famous writer writing our family's chronicles. He's got a lot to chronicle. He's got a lot of chronicles. I'm in favour of him doing chronicles. Oops, my Protestrator has snuffed it. Long live the new Protestrator. Excuse me, I need to appoint a new commander. Oh, you all look a bit naff. Excuse me. While I go hunting for people who will come to join my court. Like that siege leader. Right. Okay, well I've gained the trait Zealous now because I've been fighting in a crusade. That's nice, dear. Are you somewhere we can sort? No. Right, let's stick Enrique in here so that he gets Crusader. Hindu uprising. Bonus points for Hindu. Minus several million points for like everything else. Right, where are you? Oh, right. Well, if you will rebel literally right next door to Abyssinia, you deserve everything that this gets you. What this primarily gets you is like 60,000 peeved Abyssinians on your doorstep. I'm trying to murder one of my 6 children, unfortunately. Not any of the ones I want murdered. So, you say... So, well, I can gain 50 piety and lose 141 gold, or I can be called to join the Knights Templar, which gets me 150 piety, and I abdicate in favour of my son.
So I'm not sure you want. So does that make you the Grand Master of the Knights Templar?
Yes. Well.
As in the player. So join. That just says join Grandmaster.
Yeah. No, I don't become the Grandmaster. I just become a Templar.
I have no idea what the consequences of that are. I would observe that the game has only 8 years left to run, so you don't actually have a lot to lose by finding out what clicking the Become a Knight Templar button does.
Let's find out what clicking on...
I mean, maybe you then end up playing as a random Knight Templar for the next 8 years, rather than as the Basilisk of the Empire, and you get to see the AI making a complete pig's ear of your empire for 8 years.
Yes. I suppose what I could do, maybe, is create...
Make life difficult for the AI.
Yeah. Or myself. I mean,
Well,
it might be that I become Prince Triffon.
Yes, if you create all those empires... I mean, I suppose I kind of like the idea of her abdicating, splitting the empire between everyone in her family and saying, sod it, I'm off to become a knight.
Yeah. Right. Obviously I start doing this with the empires until I run out of...
I assume you can do this without... I mean, yes, all that dialogue box means is that you're forcibly paused.
Yes.
But anything that doesn't require time to pass...
So, right, let's create the Empire of Scandinavia.
Right, have you got enough piety to do all of this? You may run out of piety.
I may run out of piety, but, you know... I'm going to start with the empires.
Yes.
Obviously. Right, we create the empire. We create the empire. We create the empire. This is ridiculous.
Can't accept an empire, isn't it? You can't actually move the cursor to that.
No, because the UI is made entirely out of mustelids. Empire of Tartria. Don't worry, I'll have to catch these ones on the second pass. Empire of Turan. And I'm back up now to the piety I lost by accidentally going to war with... I might have to do 3 passes because of this slick of empires here, assuming I don't run out of everything first. Oh no, okay. Yes, I know I've created the empire and free titles. Is that an empire?
Yes,
yeah.
it is the crown.
Yeah. Empire of Canaan. It looks like I'm going to get through all the empires first. Then I should probably stop. Because, like, not worth it. Next step. Create. Empire of Volga. Oh, create. This is ridiculous, I just want to point this out. Empire of Francia, which I've been putting off creating for approximately 1 billion years. Right, now I have to go all through the list again to get to the Arabian Empire. And I think then, since I can't create many duchies, I won't create any duchies. I will just leave those to, you know, all the people that get to be empires of wherever the hell these places are. Right.
Well, you've got quite a lot of prestige now. So, yes, you want to be a bit careful clicking that button to not go through all of them. To not click the button underneath it.
Hello, David. State. I would absolutely loathe and detest that if you did that on the other end of a line to me.
Right. Now if you mouse over title loss on succession. Right, so Blero and Brock and Porphyrius and whoever your current heir is will be dividing the world up between the 4 of them.
So hang on, my children. So there's Brock. So my heir. So there's Triffon, Brock, Triffon, Porphyrius, and Brock. And Blero.
Blero gets some things.
Yeah, and Blero. So there's Triffon, Porphyrius, Brock, and Blero.
Yes.
And Triffon is to a bunch of places.
England, Hispania, Pontic Set. So I think each one of them gets a random about three or
Four
four
empires.
Of the empires.
Right, let's see what happens when I press the I have been called to join the Knights Templar button. Right. Okay.
So you then immediately
became.
She ran off to join the Knights Templar.
I should pause.
And you are in the unfortunate position now of being poor Tryphon, whose mother has just done something completely mad.
Yeah, I'm now a Crusader. Yes, right. So.
Poor Tryphon.
Yes. I at least am not completely hopeless for leading armies. Let's just check that. Okay, apparently I didn't get the treasury.
I think when she said she was taking all her resources to fund the Knights Templar, that's all her money and the entire.
Okay, yes, I have no money.
You have no money, very little prestige, very little piety.
Right, let's set an ambition. I can amass wealth or improve my stewardship. Well, let's amass wealth because that's one that I can't do at other points. So let's go and fill in my council. Let's appoint a magistros, right? You'll do. You're leading troops at the moment. Okay, fine. Well, I'll check that later. Protestrator. You'll do Sacellarius. Yeah, but you're acceptable. Right. Commanders. Let's just check that there's no one ludicrous with like -17 pointy stick score. Right, let's restore Litbert. And possibly go through and check that they're all Crusaders in a bit when I actually do some war. Right, so I'll need to unpause for that to take effect. Don't care about usurping titles. Position. Sacellarius. Research economy deck. In Middlesex, everybody's favourite county. Right, we can't get any advances there. I moved the vassal limit, but I should check because that's probably about to go up because.
Finally, Tryphon could damn well marry.
Right, yes. I won't get negative prestige, good, right, but anyway, let's. Right, Zori, my little sister, needs a new guardian. Okay, yeah, it could be my sister. I mean, she does have some bad traits, but she's also got Grey Eminence and 27 diplomacy, so yeah, I guess that's like a good thing. Right, all you're unmarried, we're trying to deal with. Crusade beneficiary. Starts. Why would I give my titles away? Let's pick random National Crusade beneficiary. Oh, I can recruit a new academy hero. Who the hell are you? Oh, you're a misguided warrior. You only got 13 martial skill. What the hell is the point of you? No. Bye-bye. My god, that's the largest number of de jure ducal claims I've seen forever.
Well,
right.
you've got all that border guard to clear up.
I could create some duchies and I'm like, right, so me, who currently my heir is my brother.
Because you weren't married.
Because I wasn't married. Oh god, my brother is even worse than I am. Right, fine. Right, let's have a look at what's happening here. Let's just check that everybody has a little Crusader symbol. Right, we've all got a little Crusader symbol. We've been attacked in. Okay, right, whatever. Not what I can do about that. You've arrived there and are busy fighting those guys, right. Right, I'm now getting a bunch of messages about transfer of the ownership of nearly all the great works in the world. I've got this one problem that I probably don't have as many troops now as I had 10 minutes ago.
I'm not sure. You might have, or yes, you might have lost them.
I probably have the ones that are raised because they were raised, but
yes. Any
like
that haven't been raised, yes. And your first approximation, you've got a quarter of the empire now.
yes, well, we'll see.
You've probably got all the edges because you've got anywhere that wasn't in a de jure empire other than England. That wasn't in a de jure empire that
Someone else got, yes.
Garyphallia created.
So, there's me. What have I got claims on? Scandinavia, Empire of Rus, Arabia.
And you've got claims on all of the empires your brothers inherited.
Right, yes, so let's unpause and see if this number changes. I mean, it seems to be relatively stable at around 2,800. So I can't go to war with complete impunity, but I'm not actually that far off what my parent had. So, I do have a small domain size problem even with the everything. Right. That's a problem, that's the one. And some of that's because of internal revolts. Two of Novgorod. Do you really not have, like... Okay. Can I transfer?
I think she's not in your empire anymore. Your mother should have organised things better, you know.
States, that's what I say. What have we got that even slightly nearby?
So you probably can't transfer him because his de jure Ds exists and is not.
Yeah, I'm just going to find AN random dukedom or something that I can transfer like that just to get me within my vassal limit.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I've sent the message saying please to get married. Aha, right. I can either gain 10 gold or 150 prestige. Well, I think 150 prestige is better for me at the moment. I mean, my goal here is to get over 400,000 prestige.
I don't think that will be a problem.
Which should not be a problem.
As soon as Garyphallia dies, and I assume everyone is treated as dying at the end of the game for score purposes, that will push you over.
Yeah. Let's release the peace otter for that lot. Excuse me, what I'm going to do is just nip. So that's my empire. It's a bit of a mess. So basically the pink is me, then there's the purpley blue of France. It's probably more blue on people who don't have pink applied to their screen. A green of sort of Africa, and a sort of slate blue for Scandinavia and a lot of the sort of Russian bits. Okay. Well, that could be worse. Could be better. Okay, yes, well, states. This is very confusing. So, looks. Oh look, my brothers are entering defensive pacts against me. I mean, I guess they're not wrong. But also, like, what?
Maybe there'll be a defensive pact against them that you can do.
It's possible. Right. I don't often say this, but I would slightly appreciate some help in this war.
You have done 92% of the work.
Yes. You know, I am trying my best, but it is tricky. Right, so anyway, you lot. Shove off over there. Oh, bollocks. What happened to my Sakalarios? He was gone for like 10 seconds. Right, well, let's do the good old find characters thing, only this time let's base it on. Let's invite you to court. Not that much better than the ones I have already, but still, it's worth having something.
Make it sound slightly sinister.
Hmm?
The Deezer article. Ahn Ji-young is a South Korean singer and songwriter. She is the main vocalist and only remaining member of South Korean indie band Bolbalgan 4. Only remaining member.
What did she do to all the others?
Well, there are actually only 2 of them.
Okay. Point you slightly less useless steward. Send to Middlesex. Yeah. Well, states. Okay.
There's a battle there.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
I know the 12,000 aren't moving towards that.
Well, even if they are, I have people in neighbouring counties, and I've got people coming in from up north eventually. Excuse me, let's just stick someone with speed boots in there. Well, I fulfilled my ambition to amass wealth. No, it didn't. I think I looted some cities. Right, new ambition. Ooh, right. And of course, now I'm married, I can have the ambition. Right, let's try having a son. I'm sure this is going to be fine. So she's maintained... of course she's Baroness because my father is Baron of Thingy. Right. Okay, well now we know what happens when you become a Knight Templar or whatever, which is that everything goes to pot.
Oh, if you had not created all the empires, then mostly you would have pissed off with all of the money and all of the contents of the treasury.
Yeah. Though we'd still have had well, I'd have lost out on some succession things, so, but just not nearly as many. We should go over there. Right. My plan really is to win the crusade and then go and deal with the adventurer who has turned up over here in these counties, even though the names don't appear to line up very much as such. Somewhere over here there's like 2,000 troops. Well, there was 2,000 troops. Okay, they're still fleeing. So, some people have arrived somewhere. Okay. Alright, so you've arrived there, which is 7.5 fort. Let's glue you not together outside your 7.5 fort. Okay, so some people are coming to say hello there. Maybe we should put some people in. What's the terrain there? Desert. Right, you get Captain Desert Tron. And someone who likes fighting people he thinks of as religious enemies. Which, you know, otherwise I wouldn't actually consider a very admirable trait as such. But it is a crusade. This is kind of the point. We won the crusade. Victorious crusaders, God has granted Basileus Tryphon II of England victory in the crusade for Gouget, or Gouget, or whatever. Grampo has been beaten at every turn through the war and has finally had to give up on his holdings. Basileus Tryphon has granted the new lands of Tryphon, Gouget to Tryphon de Normandy. Woohoo, go me. Pope has made an announcement about the victory and virtues of the Crusaders as true faithful protectors of the faith. I do think he needs to get a new speechwriter. With the Easterns being pushed out of their old lands, there are certainly more conflicts to come, although possibly not that many more because we're going to run out of places to conquer and also time.
Yes, I mean, this is surely the last crusade.
Yes, this is the last crusade. It has to be the last crusade.
I presume.
I am now known as the Crusader. Right. I've got some stuff in the treasury. I've got the Blade of the Cross, which is equipped, which gets me some stuff, which is quite nice. My god, my personal combat skill is terrible and I should not be allowed near it. it will get slightly better. And a weeping statue. Wow, everyone loves a weeping statue. Right. Right. Okay, I now need to deal with my small vassal problem. Right, well, let's go and find my miserablest vassal. Or my miserablest big vassal. Who it turns out is the ecumenical patriarch. So let's give him the landed title of, do I have a spare bishopric? I don't even have a spare bishopric. How very disappointing. Right, you get a random barony then. Right, that's sorted that out. So, no heir of your dynasty. Well, hopefully...
Oh, that's mildly surprising. Like your brothers.
What's happened to my mother? Because my heir is currently my father.
Right. I'm slightly surprised that none of your brothers gets to be your heir.
Yeah. No, that's not what I want. I want Sagmatic Cognatic Cavalcade.
Apparently your father... Oh, right, yes, your father is your first heir. I don't think this should cause actual game over. I think it should really bounce you to a different person. Yes, so at the moment it's perfectly reasonably your father is your heir rather than your brothers, because your father's still alive. And you have no sons or daughters, which you will presumably be fixing in short order.
I'm hoping to fix in relatively
But yes,
short
I don't
order.
think it will actually end the game. It will just bounce you to one of the other empires.
I think you're probably quite right. So what territory is that? That's desert. So you get to go there. We'll put you in there for usefulness. And I guess you get to go there. Right. Let's go. Deal with a stupid adventurer. I mean, it is tempting to go to war for one of the actual empires. Whoa!
Well, I don't think it matters very much that your mother ran off with the entire contents of the treasury.
I mean, the thing that matters is that she ran off with stuff that was, boosting stats and whatever. So, of course, I've lost all of the well, not all of the things, but I've lost a lot of them.
Lost about half of them.
Yeah. Damn it, I lost Petra. That's really annoying. And obviously I want the mausoleum back.
You've got the mausoleum.
Oh, I've got the mausoleum. Anyway, that's level 4, right? So, what have I got that's not level 4?
Your mother's very likely to die.
Right, let's look at our great work in Innsbruck. Let's start building a thingy. On the plus side, everything is much cheaper. Right, let's build a wing of strategy. On the grounds that we could do with some strategy. Right. Anyway, right, yes. Let's also engage in a little fettling of minor titles while everyone gets to walk over to the relevant bits of the empire. Right, currently I have no cupbearer. Let's fix the cupbearer problem. Alright. Excellent Biotica it is. And you. Right, we get to cheer up the Despot of Serbia. We haven't had to cheer up the Despot of Serbia for at least 5 minutes. Right, and the ecumenical patriarch. Right, okay. Right. So, I can gain sympathy for pagan religions. Right, let's gain sympathy for pagan religions. Even though I'm a crusader.
Oh yes, I'm on a crusade against pagans.
It's true.
I'm sympathetic towards them because they are so useless.
It's true. Haven't seen any pagans for a while anyway.
Now, sympathy for the Muslims, or at least you would if any of them still existed.
All two of them. Yeah, I think they have a couple of notional empires that are actually holdings in a couple of counties somewhere. Hopefully I brought my wife with me on crusade. Yes, thank you. We should just announce when you converted the populace. Oh, the whole county is in a state where it's good. Oh god. Something's happened to my magistros. Right. Fabricate claims in Kashmir. Right, anyway, we're up to 23,000. Sorry, 23% of stuff. Actually, what I failed to do when I looked at my ledger previously was to see whether any of my things had any spare slots, like the Great Walls of Orvieto do. Right, let's have some strategic exclaves. The Dom is full up. So's the Eye of London, so's the Mausoleum. Hagia Sophia has been for ages, so's the Apostolic Palace. Can't do anything with Stonehenge. And I'm building stuff on Innsbruck University. Okay, that's about as whatever as we can get. While I remember, can we build anything good in Middlesex? No, we're building stables. That's as good as it gets. Tottenham is really somebody else's problem. They improve tax. Technology wise, we are still stupid, right? Okay, I think we can dismiss you. 51% war score. Of course, the great thing about knowing what you say is that it doesn't piss off all your vassals. You know, they go, oh, what an excellent holy warrior, rather than what a giant prick. Which is obviously, you know, a much more rational approach. Several of my personal holdings: Empire of England, Hispania, Pontic Steppe, Kingdom of Gouges, Swabia, a couple of duchies, a ton of counties, and a barony. Right, so that's 77%. Okay. Maybe let's grab you and send you over there. Things up to 88% on score. Let's go over there. If they want to come and get us, they can. Siege is still boring. So, ooh, my martial skill is in double digits. Hasn't been like that for ages. My wife is actually really quite good. So,
yes, I mean, confirmed that quite a while ago when he was continually refusing to marry her.
yeah. Yes! Not sure what was going on there.
We got you betrothed to someone really excellent.
For good reasons. %, war score. Release the otter. Right. Otter with sarcastic note released. What? These are my territory. Pretty sure they're my territory. Enemy presence in our homelands. What? Okay. Let's just see. What enemy presence in our homelands? Where? So, I think we should hold a grand tournament in order to cheer people up and let my levies recover a bit, because they are a bit miserable at the moment. Okay, excuse me. I'm just going to go and see. I don't even know where our homelands are. Oh my god, there's a patchwork quilt across there. I can't actually find enemy troops in our homeland, so I'm just going to dismiss you guys. It's a hit of a few thousand, but you know, you'll recover while I'm dealing with the tournament. Right. Okay, can't currently dismiss you because it states. So, surely we should be getting messages about tournament invites being sent out and so on. Right, so, while we're waiting for that to happen or to stop for the day, let's go and so Principality. So Rock of Scandinavia has a mere 5,000 troops to his credit, or 5,500 troops to his credit. Right, hang on, let's just click through my brothers. That's the easiest thing to do, isn't it? So Francia is a little bit more worrying at 37,000 troops, and Blériot is also a thing. Basic.
Well, it does appear that Scandinavia is a merchant super republic or something, given the colour of his ribbon. And the third one.
Oh yeah.
He's a grand prince of a
Yeah.
merchant republic.
Yes, he is, isn't he?
Or whatever the hell a empire level republic is.
That's true.
Principality, indeed, which is why I said principality.
Yeah.
Feels like a bit of a step down from most serene republic to principality.
Yes. But anyway, I should probably go after Francia. I mean, the downside is Francia is kind of hard to go after, but I do have way more troops than he does. And he is part of the Christian Defensive Pact against me. But I suspect all of them are part of the Christian Defensive Pact against me because, I mean, let's face it, also, why wouldn't one be?
I presume your vassals are still fighting and thus can't fix your inheritance laws.
Can't anyway because I won't have reigned for 10 years.
Oh yes, 10 years, yes.
Yes. Yeah, you're part of the Defensive Pact, and so is my littlest brother. Right. Let's. On the other hand, the Empire of Francia de jure is like this bit, isn't it? So if I go,
If you hit the De Jure Empires button.
Well, hang on, what I can do is pretend to declare war. I'm not actually going to declare war because, you know, it's getting late and I understand I can press all claims, of course. All the purple bits.
Yes, which is what you want to do. You want to claim all his empires, not just
Yes,
Frank.
yes. And actually, the logistics aren't too terrible because there's bits of England scattered absolutely bloody everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, I'll let the tournament run to its logical squelch conclusion and then stop for the night. And in terms of, you know, getting the most prestige and so on back, then, you know, this is the way to do it, is to go for that. I mean, actually, let's let time run a little bit longer while I recover my levies a bit more. Let's just check that no one in that tournament died and caused me to need to give out more minor titles. Oh, Andalusian Holy Office in Hala, excellent. That's exactly the kind of thing we like to see our vassals do. So, I'm just going to look up the Knights Templar, which is a titular thing. Yeah. Oh, my wife is pregnant. Excellent.
So, your mother is presumably in the court of the Knights Templar.
Yeah.
Garyphallia the Normandy, who has discovered that she really doesn't like being a Knights
Templar. Yeah.
Well, it's too late now, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Bloody.
Yes. It's back. On the plus side, I can. I mean, I'm malnourished, but I can probably safely create duchies for prestige. But I can do that just before game end. So what's my annual income? It's a bit less than it was. Yes. Basically, I want to recover my levies to their maximal state, pretty much. Before.
Go to the military tab, you can see what maximum is.
You can see it from here. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yes. What I'm just going to check is that my little brother isn't recovering. Right, okay, he's not going to recover that many. What happened to lose me a commander in the last 5 bloody minutes? Okay. Let's have the Exarch of Boetica. So we are recovering that quite well.
You have essentially four-coloured a large portion of Europe, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, it's this bit up here that's particularly entertaining.
Well, there it looks like Finland has somehow become independent. Unless you're looking at sub-realms of someone.
So that's the Duchy of Finland.
Yes.
So the Duchy of Finland.
Right, no, you've got the de jure checkbox.
Yeah.
Right.
Duchy of Finland has
Is
it.
indeed independent.
Yes. Proteus. No, I didn't even know. It's one of my commanders. No, I've carefully picked my commanders. Okay, so how are we doing? We're nearly there. Right, let's do things to butter up my wife on the grounds that the succession is important to me. Your call is important to us right now. And whatever. Right. So this will also... Oh, how threatening am I? Ooh! Less than 50% defensive pact. So that means I'm only... Particularly for that first war, when I go after Francia...
Oh, you won't raise all the eastern...
I won't raise all the eastern places. I'll only, quote-unquote, raise...
all three of your brothers off.
Yeah, and probably the Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could be a lot worse. Okay, right. I have no idea what's happened to the bishops, but whoa, it's definitely happened. We propose that... Yeah, whatever. Right, okay, I think that's a good point to save and stop. The year is 1447. Good night, stream.